Hello, my name is Last Dan of Mystery Man. This is my 16th ever Bold and the Beautiful review for the episode that aired on May 5th, 2023. Friday, May 5th, 2023. Episode 9012. So, getting into this episode, this review probably going to be a lot shorter because there was like five different scenes, but it was like seven scenes possibly between like three people, and one part of this I could not care less that I'm going to mention in a moment and then probably not speak about again. Like overall, this episode overall in the whole, I don't know. It was this seems like this seems like an episode you could possibly skip and just read about in the comment section and just go to the Bold and the Beautiful YouTube page and just read a comment section about it. Because I mean, nothing really important happened. I mean, I've seen this all before. This is literally the setup to like literally every other time somebody on Bold and Beautiful have been set up to cheat. So congratulations, Thomas and Hope fan. You're finally gonna might get your cheating scandal. You've only waited 4 years for it. Congratulations. I'm sure you'll be very enjoyable of it. I'm sure you enjoy it very much. But once you get it, what really are you going to gain from it? Like, do you honestly think that you want Hope and Thomas to be together, or is this just something that you think you want, but then once you get it, you realize that it's horrible? Just something to think about. Just something for you guys to think about. Because I've already seen the tide turned. I've already seen people turn against Thomas and Hope. From what I've been reading, some people have already turned the tide on him, and some people have already said that literally, if you took Thomas and you just got him away from Hope completely, and they never interacted with each other, he would be so much more likable. Like that is his literally my only problem with Thomas is that he's with Hope. Literally that he's obsessed with Hope. Literally that they're doing this storyline's Hope feelings for Tom. Like literally, if you remove these two completely from each other, they would both be more likable. Thomas could be probably my second favorite character once again. And Hope would no longer be the dumbest idiot on this show. We could Brad Bell could give that to Taylor finally, because if there's one person who should become the new dumbest person on this program, it should be the woman the 55-year-old woman, how old is Taylor, like 50, 55? She gotta be like 55, maybe 58, maybe 50, she gotta be old. She got to be in always late 50 possibly. So, the 50-year-old woman who acts like she's 12, then 13, I'm sorry, now she's 14. Now she acts like she's 17. Now I'm 16. Now she acts like she's 15. She should be the new dumbest person on this program. But speaking of Taylor, Widge, and Brooke, I'm going to start with those people because I could care less about them. If you like the scene, congratulations, I'm happy for you. I'm sure you enjoyed them. But getting into that scene, let me tell you, I can sum up the entirety of that conversation. We have a blended family. I am so excited. We are all so excited. Look at the drawing RJ did. It really encapsulates his Widge image. I could care less. Mostly when this happened, I just went skip, 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 skip. So I could tell you now what happened. Something about blended family, how happy they ought to all be a blended family, how happy everybody's so happy. Yeah, okay. Something about Hope, I'm assuming at some point. Something about Thomas, I'm assuming at some point. Something about RJ trying to be a designer. I don't know. I didn't pay attention. I could care less. I could care less about Widge, Brooke, or Taylor at this point. I've never cared about Taylor at any point. Like not even when the other actress played her. Like Taylor's never been nothing to me. I've never really liked her. I've at least liked Brooke in the past. I at one point did like Widge for like 6 weeks, and for 6 weeks when he first came back in 2013, I thought he wasn't gonna be half bad, but then he became a jackass again. So yeah, never mind. And with Brooke, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You really cannot like Brooke, honestly, because she's just horrible. She's just done too many horrible things. She's past the point of no return for her character at this point. She's just horrible. But anyway, I have nothing else to say about those three people, and that probably will be the last time I mention those three people's scenes, because I don't know what happened, because I wasn't paying attention. I had that on mute. So Wyatt and Liam are talking about Thomas, and everything Liam says here comes off as a dude who is clearly losing his mind, which is never a good sign, because as Wyatt said, he's missing work. He's stretching over this too much. He's gonna clearly lose it. But then Wyatt's like, well, you gotta. I know she's your wife, and thank God she ain't my wife anymore. That was Wyatt was thinking is that thank God I didn't marry, thank God I didn't stay married to her. She got way too many problems. I don't know. That's to look Wyatt out in his face. Like, thank God I did not stay married to this woman. I really need to make a video just purely on that whole situation, the Wyatt, Liam, and Hope situation, because that could be like a 45-minute video trying to explain what happened there. But they're talking, and Liam's like, yeah, but I don't know, because I talked to Thomas, we talked, and he said that he's no longer obsessed with my wife, but and then I was like, do you believe him? Like, I don't know. I don't know. And then the conversation got really interesting, but in like a really weird way, because went from that to like, I don't know what Wyatt meant by this, but Wyatt was like you, she's your wife, so you gotta try to trust her. Like, if something happens, like, what is Wyatt going to do? Like, cause Wyatt in this situation is going to be livid, equally as pissed off as Liam going to be at the situation. Because as one thing on this program that has been crystal clear since the end of 2017 is Wyatt and Liam are brothers, and they support each other. So do you really think that Wyatt's just gonna sit back and be okay with this? Like, I don't know what Liam's gonna do. Liam might just leave. Liam might just move on, or I don't know, leave on a trip or something, or I don't know, just have Hope pine after him for about 2 months, and then they get back together and have a big reunion. But something tell me that the person who's going to attack, beat the shit out of Thomas is not going to be Liam. It's going to be Wyatt. Wyatt's going to do that. Wyatt's going to do something, and it's not going to be good for Thomas. That's what I think. Because if you go back and you watch the scene when Wyatt found out that Steffi slept with Bill, boy, you have never seen a dude more disappointed for a woman to cheat on somebody that wasn't yourself. He was so pissed off. He wasn't that pissed off as Liam was, because clearly didn't happen to him, but he was the second most pissed off person. So that's always good. I always like that now Wyatt Liam are actually brothers and not two dudes fighting over the same woman, because nobody enjoyed that storyline at the time, because I remember the comments, nobody was a fan of that. So yeah, and whenever Liam's on the screen with Wyatt, at least Liam comes off as a normal person, like just a dude talking to his brother, instead of a dude who has had multiple concussions, and the hopes that that already explains most about him, but at this point I don't know. At this point I have just accepted that Brad Bell would just always put Hope and Liam back together no matter what happens. You just got to accept it and move on from it. You just got to live with it, like no matter what happens. And I'll explain that in a minute. So then we get to the Hope and Thomas scenes, and to Steffi witnessing something she didn't see. I don't want to spoil it, but they held hands. I know, right? Wow! Apparently these are the first two people in human history to ever hold hands. Wow! Not even a hug. Not even like a weird creepy hand holding. You know who people you hold hands like this with? Cousins, aunts, uncles. This is how I hold hands with my cousins. This is how I hold hands with my cousin. They basically play patty cake. Basically, they were playing patty cake, mine at the patty cake part. Why would they, if this was so supposed to be so, I don't know, flirtatious bullshit, why would the hand position you have when you play patty cake? Just saying. So they're doing this dress fitting, and the dress is a lot nicer than the disgusting abomination that they had yesterday, but I don't want to come off as sexist or mean or hateful or sexist, but this dress, I don't know who came up with this design. It just came from Thomas. Why did all I'm saying is that the design of the dress made the poor girl look like she was a slut. Like, 'cause why was it so fitting up? Like, why was there such a big divide? Why could you see half of the goddamn woman? Why could you see most of the woman's skin? Like, you know who wear dress? You know who wear clothes like this or dresses like this? People who are belly dancers because that's their profession. Not women who are not to go out to a dinner, not to go out to an elegant bar that's clearly going to have children. It's like, who would design this? Who would design a dress like that and think to themselves, this could be really useful for when you go out to a restaurant and there are children around. It's 2023, so a bunch of kids have the internet and can look stuff up, but still, the way the dress looked, it did not give me any. I did not know anything about this woman. We don't even know. I have no idea what her name is. But my immediate first thought about this poor woman was, well, clearly she's most likely probably a slut, because she's wearing that and she's not a belly dancer. So that was my immediate first impression. That's the impression I got, and that's the impression I'm sure some people got. But they're doing that, and then Steffi's there for some weird reason. I don't know why Steffi had to be there. I thought she was gonna randomly come in and see them doing something. But then the poor model leaves, who they made look like a slut. Poor girl. I feel bad for her. I hope they pay these extras well, because whew. So then Hope and Thomas are talking about something, about how, oh my God, we worked so well together. You're doing so much better. And it's like Steffi has the same reaction that the Hope and Thomas fans have of, oh my God, clearly they're going to bang. But all I'm thinking to myself is, God, you people are so unlikable together. You have go away heat comparison to in wrestling sometimes. When in pro wrestling people have such bad heat that it's go away heat. This is change the channel heat. This is change the channel. This is get off of my television screen. You people are horrible together. This is not interesting. You're supposed to feel some type of emotion, but I'm pretty sure that emotion is not supposed to be this. Well, this is disgusting. Why is this so disgusting? This is disgusting, disturbing, creepy, weird, ugly, disgusting, horrible, creepy, ugly, disgusting, horrible. So then Hope left. I'm assuming to go check on the numbers for her shitty collection of clothes. I know this is a soap opera, so Brad Bell came up with these numbers himself, but I don't know how you do buy orders numbers, but I'm gonna give my rating of Thomas designs. 2.5, and I'm only giving him the 2 because I like because at least today's dress, even though I did think the poor woman looked like a son, I was at least into it. I at least felt something. I at least felt something other than disgust for it. Plus, it was a much better designed dress. But 2. I'm gonna give him a 2. And by who I think would order these stuff, desperate people who want to. I think the only people who would order clothes from Thomas are people who are trying to look ugly or are trying to get out of a shitty relationship. Because if I was on a date with a woman and she showed up in something Thomas designed and it looked like anything he had from today, my fuck would, well, okay, well, you seem like a slut. This is gonna be easy. I'm joking. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't say that to a woman. I would only think it. But I wouldn't say it though, and I wouldn't be that disrespectful. But that's what I'd be thinking. And if a woman showed up in yesterday's dress, I would just laugh. Go, did you lose a bet? Like, did you lose a bet to wear this? Did you lose a bet or something? Cause you did not see this in the store or online. Look at it, looked at the price, and thought to yourself, I need to buy this. This is something I must spend money on. Like, this is something you decided to do. Take a credit card, type in your info for your credit card, order it, type in all your info, order it, pay the shipping, press the send button, sit back, wait for it to come, opened it up, looked at it, thought to yourself, this is good, got a date with a guy, thought to yourself, oh yeah, this would work, put it on, looked in the mirror, and thought, this is what I should wear on a date? Really? That is what nobody would think. No one would ever think that. No woman in real life would ever think that, unless you're on a soap opera. So Hope leaves. I don't care what she was doing. I don't care. I don't know. I wish we could have honestly. I would have loved to see how she got these numbers though. Did she get like from a printer? Was it the older sales? Because who would buy these shitty clothes? Desperate people with low self-esteem. I get people who need. I get these clothes must be super cheap because I would not buy this shit for more than like $5. I would give you $5. I would probably I would give you 25 cents for it. I would give you 25 cents for it. That's how much their clothes are worth in real life, like 25 cents, because they got zero value to them. I don't know, but I don't. I feel like I've watched this. I feel like I've watched this soap opera so long. I've watched soap opera for 12 years. That I've watched this soap opera for so long, and they do talk a lot about fashion. So I feel like this soap opera has made me critique fashion. So then Steph is like, so Thomas, your business relationship very good at home, but what about you guys' personal relationship? And we're hoping, Thomas fans, he said something that you guys aren't gonna like very much. He said that he doesn't want to be with Hope. That he's no longer fixated on Hope. And honestly, I know I've been saying for the past like month and a half that I think he's still obsessed with Hope. But honestly, I honestly don't know if he is anymore. I think he might be over his fixation. Possibly. Cause then we have a scene later on that is the exact opposite, and his fate kind of was like he was lying. But he did seem. It seems like he's still obsessed with Hope, but he's trying his hardest not to be. Like he's trying, he's just failing miserably at it because Brad Bell refused to let him be a good person. Thomas is like, yeah, I'm no longer fixated on Hope. That was a long time ago, and by a long time ago, November. So, 5 months ago. About 5 months. That was about 5 months ago. That was about 5 months ago, Thomas. And then you called CPS on yourself. So, anyways, so they're talking about that. Oh, and then we get another scene with Liam and Wyatt. Well, if there has ever been a scene that I think gonna upset the Hope and Thomas fans, it might be this one. And when I heard this, I wasn't even like, oh yeah, I was just so excited to hear Liam say it, just so I could go online and talk about it, because Liam was telling Wyatt about how apparently even though Hope works many hours with Tom, she still apparently make time for them. I don't know, time for them to spend time together. I was like, well, I don't. His face was, I don't want to hear about this. He's just like, I don't want to hear about this. I mean, he know what it's like. Can't be that good. So that's interesting that Brad Bell would have Liam say that if the storyline is so clearly Hope wants to be with Thomas. Why would Brad Bell write Hope to still try to make it, to still put an effort to try and get over her feelings for Thomas? Like, why would that be a thing that Brad Bell would have? If this was actually going to be a cheating scandal, wouldn't Liam say that she spends less and less time with him? Just saying. Like, if this was a real cheating scandal that she actually wanted to be with Thomas at some point, that's how this would go. That's how people break up in soap operas. So then we get back to Thomas and Hope, and I was hoping so badly. I was playing for everything I believed in, that I honestly thought we were gonna get something good. Because I thought for 5 seconds. And when Hope walked in, she had that look that Anna Noel could do very great, sad and depressed. Like, please tell me nobody bought these shitty clothes. I'm like, come on, Brad. Do something interesting. No one bought these clothes, and that's why they're going to have to hug. But no, instead, I don't know why she acted like this. I agree with Thomas. Why did you do this? She's like, oh no, the number was good. I'm with Thomas. Why did you pretend like they sucked? Don't do that. If a woman did that to me, my next immediate reaction would be, even if I found attractive, would be, I don't find you attractive anymore. You just lied to me. So screw you. Screw you, buddy. You lied to me. I don't want to be with you now. You tricked me. Screw you. We're done. I know. I used to be attracted to you until about 5 minutes, until about 5 seconds ago when you lied to me. Also, how childish is that? Does adults do that? Because I've only been an adult for 3 years, and I haven't done it, and I haven't done that since. But that's just so childish. God, these people come off as childish. So then we get to the end when Steffi witnessed something she shouldn't have, and well, I'm happy that we finally at the end for this because this review is almost over because I have nothing else to say. So they held hands like patty cakes, like this basically. Patty cake, bake me a cake as fast as you can, something like that. They basically had to get starting position of patty cake. We said that's how I started. That's how I learned patty. We started like this, and then we went to this. Don't ask me why. That's how we did it. So they held hands. Oh my God, they held hands. Congratulations, Hope and Thomas fans. They held hands. They're the first people in soap opera history to ever hold hands, apparently. That was witnessing something interesting. No, honestly, this episode was like deja vu. I felt like deja vu. Am I watching Bold and the Beautiful from 2023, or am I watching Bold and the Beautiful from 2013, 2012, from 2013 or 2012? Because this is the way Steffi acted is basically the same way she acted back then. This is the same stuff, people. Like the whiny, the annoyingness, the putting hope down, which back then it was a bit different. Back then it was more so. Yeah, you got a point, but now it's like you slept with Bill, so shut up, Steffi. Yeah, that's my whole thing with Steffi. My whole thing with Steffi is It's not that I don't like her or hate her. I have no connection. I have nothing. I'm just in the middle of nothingness. Sometimes I like her. Sometimes I dislike her. It really depends. It really depends on literally the episode, the time. Literally, I've once changed my opinion over 5 different times in the course of like 19 minutes. So she comes in after, I guess, Thomas Lee. Although I would like to point out that according to some people, according to Steffi, apparently Hope was flirting with Thomas. I didn't see it. All I saw was just a woman still trying to fight these feelings. And Thomas didn't seem into it either. He immediately left. But then, of course, he went back. Then, of course, he went to the other room and started thinking about it. And started getting that creepy look on his face. Yeah, I remember this creepy look. That's the same look he had when he walked up to Emma and watched her fall off the cliff. Watched her car fall off the cliff. The same look he had. The same look he had when he used to obsess over Hope in 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. You cannot tell me it's not. That scene clearly shows that he clearly is still obsessed with her, and that scene proves it. I thought he wasn't for about 5 minutes. I was trying to go, maybe he is trying to work for her. But then you see that scene and you just go, yep, there's Brad Bell. But then Steffi comes in, and I love Hope has to be so defensive here. Just tell her the truth for the love of God, Hope. Just say, I don't know. Maybe say this. I have a fake son with him. Maybe that's why I have feelings for him, Steffi. But it's really none of your business. Why do you care so much? Aren't you supposedly happy and married? Why do you care so much, Steffi? And Steffi tried to make this seem like she cared because of Thomas. Yes, Steffi, yeah, because you've really been a supportive sister. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, Steffi. Yeah, okay, Steffi. Yeah, you've been a supportive sister. Maybe if you was a supportive sister, maybe you could have told your parents to get him the help he clearly needed. Just saying. Maybe instead of adopting a baby, you could have let Thomas and Douglas live with you instead when he first came back in 2019 after Caroline died. I don't know. Maybe you could have been a little bit more supportive of all. Maybe you could have done a few things differently. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you could have not slept with Bill. Also, Steffi, how hypocritical of it is for Steffi to say Hope was flirting with Thomas when Steffi literally saw Liam kiss Sally, and the next thing Steffi did was go and sleep with Bill. And then whined about it and try to play victim and try to play victim for like the next 6 months in 2018. No, Liam, you need to forgive me. I did nothing wrong. This is clearly your fault. Okay, Steffi. Okay, Steffi. Keep being a hypocrite. Honestly, both of these women are hypocrites, and I would not want to date either one of these women. Neither one of these women. I would tell both of these women they could both. No, thank you. I'm not that desperate. I mean, they're both attractive, but God. being attractive is not the only thing. Is not the only thing that. It's not the only thing you gotta look for in a relationship. I gotta have someone who's not crazy. I gotta have someone who could be a little bit crazy, but I can't be with someone who act like these two women do. These two supposedly strong, independent women. Yeah, okay. They both act like children. So honestly, this is just going to be a cheating scandal now. Hope might sleep with Thomas, or she might kiss him. She feels bad about it. Liam gets upset about it. Hopefully, Wyatt beats the shit out of Thomas and puts him in the hospital. Hope cries about it for a little. Hope cries about it for about 2 to 3 months. Eventually, in like mid-November, mid-October, mid-November, I don't know. Liam and Hope reunite. Liam and Hope go. I'm sorry too. Will they get back together and we start the new cycle for whatever 2024 storyline gonna be. So all I got left to say to the Hope and Thomas fans out there: congratulations, you're finally going to get what you wanted for so long. But once you get it, you're going to hate it. And then what are you going to do? Because people's already seeing the flaws of this. People are already seeing that Thomas is more like Thomas could be so likable if he wasn't obsessed with Hope. So the writing's on the wall. You're gonna get what you want, people, but once you get it, it's gonna go away. Just like in life, once you get something, you have it. You've wanted it for so long, but once you get it, the enjoyment is over. I got nothing else to say. This is 26 minutes, so this is basically 26 minutes of me trying not to bash anybody and come off as a jackass. But I hope I don't. Well, I got nothing left to say about this. This episode was kind of boring. There was no point to Ridge, Taylor, or Brooke being in it. I wish Taylor would never show up on this program again. Could they fire Taylor or something? I don't know. Could they fire Taylor or something? I don't know. Fire her. Fire her. How about that? Okay, 27 minutes and 6 seconds. I'm done. Well, I got nothing else to say. Other than I won't have a review on Monday for B&B because I've got to do something else that day because I'm busy. But anyway, I got nothing else to say. Tune in this weekend. Tune in maybe most likely Tuesday for my WWE Backlash review. WWE Backlash 2023 live from San Juan, Puerto Rico. This is the end of the video.